Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining us today. Our webinar will begin in just a moment, but we wanted to share this video of Gregory from South Africa sharing his cultural exchange experiences. So here is his story.
I grew up in South Africa, a place called East London, and just the coastline's really beautiful there. It's a lovely part of the world to grow up. I was coming to the end of my time in Abu Dhabi and I was looking at what my next move would be. The first thing that I researched teaching in the States, EPI came up and the application, I thought, oh, this looks interesting. To be honest, I haven't regretted it yet, so it's been a good move. One of the things I've always appreciated being a teacher is having good relationships with students, but I didn't realize how important those relationships were in terms of helping you to maintain sort of discipline or behavior management, things like that. And I think though that coming to the States, it's made it really even more prevalent in my thinking that in terms of just establishing those connections with students, getting the most out of them, helping them to get to their potential, because if you know what they're into and what they want, you can motivate them. I think certainly establishing those relationships with students is very important, as well as establishing those relationships with your staff as well. And it kind of makes the workplace a much more fun place to be if you've got good relationships with your teachers and your colleagues and your principals. I've really grown to appreciate that. Every workplace has its own challenges and its own dynamics, but you don't have to solve everything on the first day or the first week, and really you've got time here, you've got the people in your organization that can help you and guide you to sort of gradually improve yourself. I think cultural exchange is just being open to meeting people in your day-to-day lives and being able to share experiences, being able to learn from the people that are around you. I think it's just being open to that opportunity and just being proud of where you're coming from and being willing to learn other people's cultures and being a good listener. We've got to be aware of the bigger picture and we've got to take action in terms of that. If you're in a position to get into this program, I would definitely say you should go for it, because there's so much you can learn. You're going to get a lot of good experience from your school. You're going to get that life experience of moving and living in another country, and that can then open actually other doors for you in terms of maybe if you want to go and teach in another country at another point in time. And it's not so much about the beautiful places that you get to see when you're here, but again it's about making those friendships that you wouldn't really be able to have and sharing experiences with other people that are on the same program, but also it definitely develops character and you grow as a teacher and you grow as an individual. Life is what you make it, right? So grab it with both hands.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our informational webinar, Teaching in the USA with Educational Partners International. We are Educational Partners International, but we often call ourselves EPI for short, so I will be calling us that throughout this presentation. My name is Jessica, and I am the Content Coordinator for Educational Partners International. I'm from the mountains of North Carolina, and before working with EPI, I taught English, and I'm really excited to be working for a company that combines my passion for education with my passion for cultural exchange. Today I will be talking about what we do and how you can apply. We also want you to take this opportunity to ask any questions that you have about our program. You can ask them in the comment box and we will answer them throughout the presentation. Keep in mind that we won't be able to answer questions about your specific application for privacy reasons. All of those should be emailed to team@teachwithepi.com. Today's webinar is a general introduction to EPI. By the end of this presentation, we hope you will understand our mission and know the benefits both in the program and after you leave the United States. So, the first question that most people have is what is EPI? And we can answer this question in a lot of ways, but first and foremost, we are a cultural exchange program that brings international teachers into the US to teach. Officially, EPI is designated as a sponsor for an exchange visitor program. We have become a world leader in cultural exchange, helping hundreds of teachers from around the world to come to the U.S. to teach. Teachers in our program are currently in North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and Florida. We place teachers in all subjects taught in K 12 schools, so that means not only foreign languages and English as a second language, but also math, science, art, special education, elementary education, and many more subjects. While we work with schools across the southern United States, our home office is in the mountains of North Carolina, which you can see in the photo on your screen. We'd love to know where you are from too, so please take the time to tell us in the comments. And wherever you are joining us from, thank you so much for watching. Much of the cultural exchange movement in the United States was started by Senator J. William Fulbright. He was passionate about strengthening U.S. international relations and saw cultural exchange as a good way to accomplish this. You're probably familiar with his name because he created the Fulbright Program, which is a famous international education scholarship. After creating the Fulbright Program, he developed and passed the Fulbright-Hays Act. The purpose of this act was to increase mutual understanding between the people of the United States and the people of other countries. The Fulbright-Hays Act was signed by President John F. Kennedy in 1961 and led to the creation of cultural exchange programs like EPI across the United States. EPI offers cultural exchange opportunities specifically for teachers from other countries to come to the United States. Cultural exchange means that our teachers come to the US to share their culture and then return to their home country so that they can share what they have learned about the United States. You will do that through 2 cultural exchange projects that you will complete every year that you are with EPI. Our program lasts for 3 years. After you have finished the program, you will return to your home country for 2 years. And those 2 years where you go back home are important because that is when you are really going to complete our cultural exchange mission. Of course, we want to help you come to the US to share your culture, but we are also interested in you returning home and sharing your experience in the United States with other people in your home country. That is because EPI believes sharing knowledge across cultures and venues improves understanding among teachers, students, administrators, and members of the communities in which we live. This is the whole reason why we do this program. Your ability to bring your culture to the United States and then take U.S. culture back home with you is what true cultural exchange is about. Exchanging knowledge and information between cultures so that we can understand each other better as a global community. So, what does this kind of cultural exchange look like? Being an EPI teacher means that you will live and teach in the United States, fully immersed in U.S. culture while sharing your culture with your students here. Today, we have a couple of examples of the projects our teachers have created to share their culture with their U.S. communities. Diana from Ecuador shared Ecuadorian traditions at her school's Culture Night. She gave a presentation on Ecuadorian culture before performing a traditional San Juanita and cumbia dances with her daughters and 2 Ecuadorian students. She also provided tortillas, flan, and empanadas for participants to try. Jamar is an EPI art teacher from the Philippines, and this is an activity he did with his art class. He taught them about the Mascara Festival and its history. He then had his students make their own traditional festival masks. As you can see, we provide many opportunities for you to share your culture with your school here in the United States, and there are many different ways that you can do this. You will have the ability to find what you are truly passionate about and share that with your students. Now that you have more of a background on who we are and what we do, it's time to talk about what benefits you get from participating in our program. The most obvious benefit is that you will get to encounter new cultural experiences, experience life in the US, and share your culture with people who would not normally experience it. Your students here may not know very much at all about life in your home country, and you will get to share things with them they would have never known otherwise. By doing this, you have an opportunity to make a positive impact for students all over the world. Also, one of the most important things that we offer you is personal and professional support during your time here in the United States. We think that teacher support is a major part of this whole process and one of the most important things that we do. We are invested in your success, so we are available as a resource for you even after you arrive in the USA. So let's talk more in depth about the type of support that we offer our teachers. As soon as you are placed in a school, one of our dedicated and trained support team members will contact you to help guide you in the process of moving to the US. The relationship between you and the support team is an important one and will continue throughout your time as an EPI teacher. They will be able to assist you with any challenge from culture shock to meeting the needs of struggling learners. Another key resource our support team will provide is Launch Your Classroom. So, Launch Your Classroom is an EPI created professional development program for teachers that includes videos, books, a website, and one on one coaching with an instructional specialist. We cover everything from classroom management and student engagement to lesson planning and classroom activities. As EPI teachers, you will have free access to all of our professional development resources. At EPI, we understand that American students need the international perspective that teachers like you bring, and we are dedicated to doing all we can to help you deliver it. EPI is a program that not only provides benefits while you are here, but also when you return to your home country. The experiences and professional development that you will have while in the United States is something that you will carry with you your whole life. Once you are done with our program, you will be able to go home with a new perspective that will enrich your personal and professional life. Also, participating in this program means that you are now a world educator. You are a teacher who has taught students from multiple countries all over the world. Experiences like these are truly life changing, and you will not be the same kind of teacher that you were before you came here, which we consider to be one of the major benefits of participating in our program. Before we finish talking about the benefits that EPI has to offer, here is what some of our teachers have to say about their time in the United States. Daniel from Australia says, EPI has been the most approachable, supportive, and worthwhile company. They know when to provide valuable assistance and when to let me grow and develop as an educator on my own. The process can be rigorous, but EPI is there to help every step of the way. Alamerd from Venezuela says, I am really thankful to the EPI team for giving me such a great opportunity. This year has been great for me and my family. I have learned a lot of things and I have always had the EPI team's support. I could not be more happy about being able to learn something new every day. It has been a huge experience. To hear more from our teachers, visit our Facebook page. We have posted several videos of our teachers talking about their cultural exchange experiences. We also post teacher stories on our website, teachwithepi.com. Okay, now we will be taking the time to address questions. If you have not submitted yours yet, please ask them now. We will be answering all of your questions in the comment section today. Here are some of the most common questions we get at EPI. Lots of applicants want to know how long the EPI program is, and we are a 3-year program. People also ask, is there an application fee? The answer is no, there is no application or placement fee. There are other costs associated with your application, such as obtaining your diploma or transcripts, but EPI will never charge you an application or a placement fee. Another question we often get is there an age limit? So no, there is no age limit. As long as you meet our basic requirements, you can join the EPI program regardless of your age. Some of those requirements are that you are currently teaching with at least 2 years full-time teaching experience, you have the equivalent of a U.S. bachelor's degree, and you have advanced English skills. We also have some other questions that have been on our applicants' minds more recently. Most people want to know, is EPI still accepting applications? And yes, EPI is continuing to accept and process applications. You can apply by visiting our website, teachwithepi.com. For more information about what our application process looks like at this time, please email our admissions team at team@teachwithepi.com. Another question that applicants have is, can I put my application on hold? And yes, you are able to start your application and later put it on hold if you need to. There is no obligation to continue once you have started. You can then choose to resume your application at a time that is better for you and your personal situation. Finally, our applicants have been wondering, how does EPI support teachers during times of uncertainty or emergencies? We always prioritize the safety of our program members and provide support for any situations that may arise while they're in the United States. For example, since the outbreak of COVID-19, we have been monitoring the situation, providing detailed guidance for our teachers, and operating at a normal capacity so that we could be available for all of our program members. Now that you know more about us, the question is EPI right for you? Here we have listed some of the basic requirements for our program. EPI teachers must have a bachelor's degree, at least 2 years full-time teaching experience, be currently teaching, and have advanced English skills. So if that sounds like it applies to you, go to teachwithepi.com and start your application. The first step is to go to our website and select the Apply button. After you answer the eligibility question and click Submit, you will be able to make an account with your email address and start your application. If you have already started the application process, be sure that you are checking your email regularly for updates on your status. In closing, I would like to share this quote from President John F. Kennedy that I feel illustrates the importance of cultural exchange education. If we believe in the ability of people to make an intelligent judgment, they can't do that without the best education. And they can't get the best education without the best teachers. Knowledge is international. Peace is international, indivisible. Much like Kennedy talks about here, at EPI we hope to build a foundation of peace and understanding through global education. That's all for today, everyone. If you are interested in viewing our previous videos or signing up for our upcoming webinars, go to teachwithepi.com/webinars and sign up for our mailing list. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook to learn about our upcoming events, as well as to hear more from our current teachers. If you have any more questions, be sure to email us at team@teachwithepi.com. On behalf of everyone at EPI, thanks for joining us and have a great day, everyone.